Take me home, country roads, to the place.
Well, hello. My name's Doug Hovatter, and I'm 4-H agent here in Berkeley County. And this year we've started something new, which is our 4-H project workshops. And I want to thank you for your time to view this video. And hopefully at the workshops, if you're able to attend, the information you receive will be very beneficial. But we're doing these videos so that some of the folks that you guys are busy, I realize this, and we don't want any of you members not being able to exhibit at the fair. The decision that I made this year, I think it's very, very important with the 4-H projects that you come to the workshop if at all possible, and we're trying to get that information out there so that the 4-H project is very, very successful for you. You know, the purpose behind the 4-H project is to give you time to figure out what you're good at, to be curious about new ideas and new things that you can learn. But in the long term, this is something that you're going to learn some skills, and you're going to be able to possibly help you find a job later when you get a little bit older. The information sheets that are provided for each of the projects is there for you to review and take a look at that. We post those to the website, and that's another really good source is our website that we keep updated and give you good information so that you can do a really fine job on your project. I want to thank the project leaders for each of these areas that are stepping up and giving of their knowledge and time to work with you. And they have the information that's listed on those sheets and on the website, so if you have any questions about your project, be sure and get in touch with them. If you have any questions about your fair project, the livestock or whatever, the committee chairpersons, go to the fair website, call here at the office, at the extension office, email, call me, and I'll be happy to get you the answers. But most of all, I want to thank you for being part of the 4-H program, and I look forward to seeing your good work on these projects when we all go to the fair. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Travis Murphy. I'm the Section 13 coordinator. The Section 13 projects cover the outdoors, hiking, camping, as well as theater and the arts. Welcome to our workshop. Today I'm going to be going over what I expect to have you exhibit at the fair, as well as go touch some bases on your project books. I have some examples that I will show you as for what I will be looking for. I also have some handouts that you will see later on as far as during the arts and theater, different opera houses and plays that will be coming up in the area that you can attend, as well as if you're into hiking and camping, there's a flyer and a handout that goes over multiple different places you can go hike and camp in this area. If you have any questions, you can reach me. My number is 304-676-6985, or you can reach me by email at travis.murphy13@gmail.com. All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and segue into the outdoor hiking and camping projects. For that, those projects are the same as far as when they need to be turned into the fair. Again, that date is Saturday, August the 2nd, 11:30 to 1:30. And again, they will be released at the same time as everything else on Saturday, August the 9th from 8 till 10 a.m. The first book on this is Outdoor Adventures, which is your hiking trails book. For year one, you want to display a tri-fold display board, not to exceed the standard size of 36 inches by 48 inches. On this display board, you want to illustrate how to select a trail, as well as illustrate the items needed for a hike. Make sure you properly label those items. I just happened to throw a display board here together for you, to kind of give you all an idea of that. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, and this is actually a smaller display board than what's actually you can go. But pretty much make it plain, simple to read and understand. You got a section on selecting the right trail for what you want to hike, as well as your items to pack. All this information can be found in your book. I pulled everything here right out of the Hiking Trails book. You can also find a wealth of stuff on the internet as well as your library. All libraries have books on hiking and camping. So that's all you need for that project. And you can make it as fancy as you want. The goal here is try to educate people who've never hiked. They should be able to look at this and know, hey, that sounds easy. I can easily do that. So that's the goal with this project. For your year 2 project, you want to put together a first aid kit and properly label on a note card and describe what each item can be used for. This can also be found in your book. I think there's 2 whole pages on first aid kits. I don't want to see people going out and buying a first aid kit and then just swapping that stuff over into a different container. Raid your medicine cabinet. There's Band-Aids and that kind of stuff. And as far as your container goes, there's all sorts of different containers you can use it on. So, and your book goes over that in detail on what all that should include. I know a lot of you have that project this year. So, for year 3, you need to create a notebook of pictures illustrating a day hike. Briefly describe each picture. For this, I kind of look at this as more of a scrapbook of a day hike. If you go on a day hike, document it. Take a camera and just take as many pictures as you can. Then pick out your favorite ones and put them in a scrapbook. This was actually a 2-day hike, but even in it, we described every picture just that way down the road. We can look back and say, oh yeah. And then we describe, the trails we went on and all that. So that's kind of what we're looking for in this project. Just a recap of what you did that day, the neat things you saw. There's pages in here of the animals and insects that we saw, the wildlife. So, but that's all you need for the year 3 project. And then for the year 3 Outdoor Adventures book, which is the backpacking expeditions, for year 1 in that project, you want a trifold display board illustrating how to find the perfect fit backpack and the items needed for a backpacking adventure. There's nothing worse than hiking on a trail and having a backpack that's either too small or too large for you. That's about the worst thing next to having wet socks and shoes. So that's pretty important, so make sure that you cover that pretty good. Then for year 2, you're going to make a poster neatly illustrating the 7 principles of leave no trace. Well, leave no trace is pretty much when you're out in the woods hiking and camping, you want to leave no trace that you were ever there. You don't want somebody to come following behind you and be like, hey, somebody was here, there's trash on the ground or something like that. So that's what you want to do on that poster, is just the principles and ideology of leaving no trace behind. And then for year 3, you want to create a notebook of pictures illustrating your backpack expedition and briefly describe each picture, which is the same as the previous 2 books, just another notebook with pictures, and then make sure you label them properly, identify what's going on in the pictures. Really, that's all that there is in the outdoor adventures for as far as exhibiting for the fair. I'm trying to get more of a hands-on thing going on. That applies with this. I've been talking to Doug with the possibility of maybe starting a Berkeley County hiking and camping club, as well as the possibility of doing a couple day hikes in the area, either up Harper's Ferry or maybe the Blackwater Falls, and do some of the trails down there. My goal is just to get you all out and doing this stuff more. That way you can apply what you're reading and doing in the books. Actually go out in the wilderness and apply it instead of in your backyard or on some of the smaller local trails. So hopefully here in the next few months we'll actually get a hike going, and we'll go from there. I'll also be up here for questions. Thanks for coming out, and like I said, as soon as we get some stuff set up at the Apollo and some hiking stuff, I'll let you all know, and we'll go from there. So, thank you. Thank you for coming to the workshop.
Well, that concludes the video. Thank you for your time taking a look. If you have any questions, email, text, call me, call the office. Want to get you the answers. And if you take a look at the ribbons and everything that you're going to learn, I just want to let you know it's worth your time, and I appreciate you being a part of the 4-H program. Good luck, and I'll see you at the Berkeley County Youth Fair.
West Virginia.